Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy One Gun here, and it seems like my troll is up and at it this morning. And what I mean by this is, where is my? Take this off. Nope, leave that on. What I mean is, he's up this morning, and yesterday he got on, and yesterday he got on, and he did up and play music for 3 hours, and I don't know what that was about. So I think he's gonna do the same thing today. Yeah, it looks like he's doing the same thing today. So I'm just gonna down thumb him. It's like he looks like he got a new saying up here, something new. Let's see. Who's we sucker? Do you have a turd in your pocket or what? One gun loves to say we did this and we did that. Shut up, Beavis. You don't own anything. Turns out little Sally Peck from Hollywood started talking big and bad for One Gun last night. Sally Peck from Hollywood is One Gun's we. The turd in his or her pocket is Sally. Let's try to analyze this scientifically and put it all in perspective, shall we? Today we found out and shall see who is we and who is not we. When One Gun says we, oh boy, he or she, there he goes again. You know, he's still stuck on stupid. Isn't kidding. Problem is though, part of this we is Sketchfab. So this is all conclusion and conspiracy now. Oh, collusion and conspiracy now. You see, I still have the ring like Frodo, the motherlode of all evidence. All you all is just like Smeagol. You all is just haters and jealous clowns. Sally Peck just bought her own deportation ticket home. Now who's we sucker? Ha 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 ha. Sketchfab overstepped their bounds, and it's a conflict of interest to remove content without a proper DMC notice. One Gun, though, they only did this to Joe. So where are the DMC notices now? Only we know suck. Haha. Troll war. Ha ha ha. So Joe wants another troll war, and I hate to break this down to him. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get his precious troll war. So that's why he's back to on his slander channel again, talking his slander again. So I went ahead and read this so he won't have to read it over again. And he's back doing his old thing. You know, but this time I took away all of his little tools of terrorism. You know, DMC takedown notices and stuff. But Joe is officially still banned from Sketchfab, and Sketchfab took his stuff down. Well, we can see why Sketchfab took his stuff down. Well, we can go right over here to the Truebone Suffer Sketchfab attack. Even though Joe got his name taken off here, it's still here. And the reason why it's still here is because of legal reasons. And those legal reasons being is because Joe, once again, let me explain this to you all who don't know what happened. Joe came over here and stole a whole bunch of stuff he didn't own. And in the process of stealing a whole bunch of stuff he didn't own, he was going out and terrorizing other people who had the same stuff. And what happened is that me and a few other people had brought this to Bart's attention that Joe was posting stuff on Sketchfab that wasn't his. And not only the stuff wasn't his, but what Joe did is Joe went over to Mixamo and stole their whole library of motions and characters and had him and was making infomercials about selling this stuff through Sketchfab. Now at the time, Sketchfab didn't have a way for you to purchase nothing on their site. So, and they even told people like you can put your PayPal links up there, but it has to be your stuff. Well, Joe was putting stuff that wasn't his, and he was selling it. And Sketchfab got in trouble. Well, Sketchfab got in trouble for that because the people bought it through Joe, but they gave Joe the money through PayPal, but Joe never gave him the stuff. And they contacted Sketchfab. Sketchfab's like, we don't sell nothing. What are you talking about? Then they found out, oh, Joe? Oh, and then Joe got in trouble. And not only did Joe get in trouble, a whole bunch of other people got in trouble. Well, to make a long story short, Sketchfab told everybody to stop selling stuff. You can't put PayPal links on your stuff no more because of Joe. Joe screwed that up. So after they got rid of Joe, you know, and they found out the stuff he was selling was stolen, they actually got rid of Joe completely off their site, and then they went on to start their own thing where you can actually now sell stuff through Sketchfab. So now you can go and put your stuff on Sketchfab and sell it through Sketchfab. And this was after they got rid of Joe. And Joe's been butthurt ever since. I mean, this dude is really butthurt. I mean, he's butthurt so bad, and he makes these videos. He's still making these videos. I don't know if he started. I don't know if he started still making music. Hold on, it's still playing this little crappy music. Oops, let me do that. Let's see. Nah, he's still playing this music. I guess he want to hear what I have to say this morning. So where is it? So with that being said, Joe is still angry. I mean, it's been since 2017. It's 2019 now, and he's still extremely angry because we stopped his counterfeit store. His counterfeit store is no more. We took it out. We actually took out his counterfeit store, and it's gone. See, I don't know if you can still find this. Let's go TRUE Truebones on SKETCHFAB Sketchfab. Twitter. Nope. Nope. I don't see a listing for it no more. You should see the listings for Joe's old Sketchfab thing, but if you go look for Truebones, or you even find a link to Truebones Sketchfab page, it would be like not there. So basically, it's like let's see. What's this? I think these are videos that were taken down. Yeah, those are videos that Joe got removed. I don't know what the hell this is. And then Joe posts this shit up here. He posts like I can't miss the video. Yeah, so Joe went around taking down a whole bunch of threads and stuff. Yeah, I can't even get to that one no more. But all this stuff is gone now. Oh yeah, this is Joe's old channel. This channel does not exist. That's Joe's old Truebones channel. It's gone. I made sure we got rid of that. So this, like I said, this is back in 2017. It says, hello fellow Sketchfabians. My name is Joseph EARL MCPEEK, and I have suffered several unfunded attacks on my Sketchfab from over 3 different people. The names of these people are, and they removed all our names. Here are harassing movies they created and say that Truebones stole all his motions characters on Sketchfab and is now reselling the pirated content, and it was pirated content. And then Winnigan published this video this morning, an extension of Sunday's attack against Truebones. In this video, he purports that everything from Truebones and Makebo is stolen. Then he posts attacks on the Unity forum, claiming I posted his name, address, and phone number, which I did not, which resulted in a banning of the user named Mikimo. Then he posts this in the Miximo forum. I think someone needs to reach out to this individual and set the record straight regarding usage rights, terms of service, and how it's against the law to stalk, harass, and persecute someone under threat. I am also contacting the federal authorities regarding this matter. Let's see. Contacting the federal authorities regarding this matter. I wonder how that's going, Joe. It's been since 2017. It's 2019 now. Nobody from the feds has contacted me. But they've contacted you, my brother. So Bart comes up here and say, Joe, please don't take your flight from the Unity forums to Sketchfab. We have nothing to do with this. You need to discuss this elsewhere. Joe, Bart, no. Look at the movies to see how they use Sketchfab to attack me. This is completely Sketchfab related. It's a serious issue. Bart comes back. Yes. Yeah, if he's correct, it is you who are not only allowed to upload materials that you don't hold the copyright on. Sketchfab, check our terms of service. I've already emailed you about that. I'm not going to discuss it here. Bart, no, that's what he implied. He implied that I stole everything on the planet and is reselling the content and or redistributing using Sketchfab. When it's him who is the actual pirate using pirated Truebones content. I always make sure that when I find out first who is the copyright holder is. If there is no copyright holder, then what? Wait a minute. You know the stuff ain't yours, right? And then you say you go out to find a copyright holder. If there's no copyright holder, so when you stole the stuff from Disney Pixar, Joe, did you contact Disney? Where's the letter from Disney that said that you can use their shit in your stolen? Oh, not just give the stuff, not just use the stuff, but actually give it away or sell it in your Motherload Avatar pack. And the same thing with the Star Wars and all the other stuff that you had that was Disney stuff. So where's your license, Joe? Because the only way, because everybody saw the video I made where I actually called Pixar. Pixar told me you can't do nothing without Disney saying, hey, here's your license, and here's how much money you got to pay for the license, Joe. So where's your license? I mean, I know somebody who actually who worked for a company that actually got a license to get Disney stuff. These are the same people who worked on the Independence Day films. He did the toy designs for that, and they got the license to that. So they got the Disney license to do Disney stuff, toy line. And it cost them damn near like I think like $200,000 to get the license to get just like a handful of Disney characters for some stuff. And looking at Joe, who lives in his mom's converted garage, who doesn't actually have a physical stove in his apartment, who actually sleeps in his kitchen. I don't think Joe has that type of money. So the buffoon, I want to finish reading this because I got too much longer. This is simply a matter of ownership 100%. Whoever owns the copyright owns the models. You can't go around making false claims on someone else's behalf. That is someone stealing someone else's copyright. That's called harassment and stalking. No, Joe, that's called reporting your ass in for stealing somebody else's shit. Hey, what's up, Chuck? and that's a mess that you and Sketchfab has helped create. So what are you going to do now? Answer the honest questions, or ban me and lock the thread. Regards, Bart. What he posts on YouTube is not our responsibility, even if he includes a screen capture of your site. You need to handle this with him, not with us. We're waiting for a reaction from several parties to understand if you're allowed to use their content in the way you do. If you're not, we'll send you a DMC takedown notice for those models. Now, what happened here is why Joe got kicked off. Why Joe is no longer on Sketchfab is because they checked themselves right here. It says right here, Joe, from Bart. I didn't write this. Bart did. They took what we told them, and after we made so many videos about it and contacted them, they took upon themselves to go and check if you own the stuff that you were selling on their website. They checked because Sketchfab, Autodesk, Adobe, and all those companies you stole for are partners with them. All these guys are partners with them. They have a basic understanding with each other. And one of the biggest things is piracy. They checked in to see what you had on Sketchfab, and they took it down. All right? So comprehend that, Joe. Try to explain this. When you do your video today, make sure you talk about this little line here. This little line here where they said, we'll send you a DMC takedown notice for those models. Explain that, Joe. See, I didn't take the stuff down. They did. They contacted them. They took the steps to get you off their website forever. Bart. Yes, it is. He's using your name to destroy my business, reputation, and integrity. I think that was done years ago, Joe. Um, believe me, I know all about the ways that that the content can be used because I did my home. I did my homework first. I've read the Autodesk Terms of Service and the Adobe Mixamo Terms of Service thoroughly, and here's what the deal is. Autodesk characters created with Autodesk Character Generator are 100% royalty free. Even for resale, zero restriction. See this link, and you click this link, it says nothing about resale. Nothing whatsoever. It has no word in there about reselling their stuff. Um, It simply states the content you create from the service is yours to do as you please, including commercial use. As mentioned in the post from a couple of years ago, free or premium content alike, the reference to DNA of the file is more specific that you are not allowed to redistribute or link to the underlying parts that make up the service. Generally speaking, nobody should have direct access to the outside of the character generator website, but it is legally requirement in the state to do so. Okay, so this is what they mean. Period. DNA means anything that makes up the file that you get off their damn site. That means you can't take anything you get off their site and redistribute or sell it. You can use it in your projects, but you can't sell their stuff. Joe is out there selling their stuff. Everything he says is confusing to him. He doesn't understand. Everybody else who's read the terms of service EULA understands it, but Joe's the only one. Joe's the exception because he will not try to understand it because Joe is a greedy pirate and he wants to make money and not try to understand stuff. See, that's what pirates do. They always say, "Ooh, I made a mistake. I thought you could do that." No, it says you can't. I mean, you can't understand this in plain English. Yeah, I read it, but I didn't understand it. Oh, sorry. And Joe thinks that's gonna get him off when they come to finish suing his ass. So let's go in short. So in short, feel free to take your generated characters and generated character is a base mesh and build edit it with Maya to create some cool new content. Try to sell it on the content store if you're of your choosing. I'm almost obligated to plug Autodesk's very own creative market as a potential option. Okay, so this is what this the guy means. I'm gonna show you a good example. This is a character that someone made off of a Genesis 2 male base mesh. They took this character they took the base mesh of the Genesis 2 male into ZBrush and sculpted on top of it. All right. Once they sculpted it, they saved the sculpt into a morph, and then brought the morph that they made off the base mesh into back to DAS and made the character Marcel. All right, so once they made that, they was able to put this into the store and sell it because they took the base mesh and worked with the base mesh. Now, the base mesh, you can take character creator, DAS characters, Autodesk characters, and you can actually make morphs and stuff to sell and make money off of, because what you're doing is you're making content for the character. You can't take the character and sell it as your content. So you can't take the base mesh and as it is, as you get it from them, and put it out there and say, "Oh, buy this base mesh for me." It's the exact same thing. You have to do something with it. Just like when people make video games and somebody gives you like a video game template, and instead of actually making a game, you take the template out and put it as a game. Say, "Hey, I just made a game." But you're not. You just asset flipped. You didn't do nothing. You just took it from the original form, kept its original form, and put it out there and put a name on it and said it's yours. That's basically what Joe was doing. And it's illegal. It's called copyright infringement. You're not doing nothing to the product itself to say it's like an add-on for this content. This is what you call an add-on for the content. This is something you will see in the content store. DAS is full of it. DAS is full of this stuff. All this stuff comes from base mesh. So somebody take these characters, they get their own textures and stuff. They build up a brand new totally character from the original base mesh, and they put it in the store to sell it and make money. You know, Joe doesn't do this. Joe doesn't, because Joe doesn't know how to. How can I put? Joe doesn't know how to. Joe ain't an artist. Period. That's the best way I can say that. The same thing with this. Here is another Dash character, but they're selling clothing for it. So you got the Dash character itself, but you came out and you made clothing for it. So you can take that clothing as an asset or content for the asset and sell it, and it be all the money comes to you. You're not selling the model; you're selling the clothes that go on the model. Just like, where is it? Just like you're not selling the base mesh, you're selling the character you made for the base mesh. So that's what that means, everybody. That's what this whole thing that Joe don't understand. You can't take something that's already there, claim it as yours, and put it out as yours. That's fraud. That's not yours. So let's get on finish this. Now to Mixamo Adobe. You're not allowed to upload any Mixamo or Adobe Fuse content to Sketchfab. Why? Because editing and redistributing 3D files from Mixamo or Adobe is prohibited. Since Sketchfab is a 3D editor and any content from Mixamo or Adobe is prohibited from it expressly being the terms of service. That means if you have Mixamo in the bones names of your model, don't upload it to Sketchfab or distribute it. It's against the current Adobe. So this is what the buffoon did. He went over to Mixamo, stole their whole library of motions and their avatars, and went into the bone names of the skeletons of the characters and changed the bone names. He erased Mixamo off the bone names. But it's still their data. He just stole it and renamed it. That's still thievery. You didn't make Joe, you didn't make it. You didn't make the shit, dude. You didn't make it. So even going back and renaming the bones, the data is still there. They made that data. You didn't. You stole the data from them and decided, I'm going to take all of the names of it. I even got Joe saying it that, yeah, he's a prolific thief, and that's all he does is steal stuff and redistribute it, and then gets angry and do this type of stuff. Hold up. He gets angry and makes these videos about getting angry about how he got busted, and let's get on finish. We ain't got too much more to read. Here's Bart. Regarding Autodesk, we'll see what Autodesk says. I've asked their opinion on this. As you know, regarding Mixamo, you're incorrect, as I have also explained to you in a private email. You're incorrect, as I have also explained to you in a private email. Now stop spreading uncertainty in our community. I've explained everything by email. I don't want to have to do this all over again. And here comes Joe. But I have not created uncertainty. I only created the truth. Regarding Autodesk, you may download and use the models expressly made available for download by the other users for commercial purposes, provided such use is only the purposes of creating within the ordinary course of your business designs incorporating such models, and not for the purpose of creating or maintaining sites for the cataloging of on assets of models. Now that's what Joe did. Joe did that. Joe went back and he made a catalog. He made a catalog of all their characters, and he sold it. He was selling the stuff, and they told him he puts it up here, and they tell him don't do this, and he does, and he's doing it, and he's saying he's not doing it. I am confused. Exactly, Joe. Why are you so confused, Joe? Because I'm a crook. And why you're a crook, Joe? Because I was born this way. Please. And further provide you retain all copyright. My bad. It further provides you retain all copyright and other proprietary notices in the original downloaded models. Regarding Adobe Mixamo, you better check again. I think you might be tragically wrong about it. You're not allowed to edit or redistribute any Adobe content Mixamo or Mixamo for that matter. Remember, Sketchfab is also an animation and texture editor that can create a database of animations and motions, or edit the content textures and annotation. I can't talk like this and not laugh. Sorry, people. Content textures and annotations, etc. That is not creating doubt. It is the truth. Do you want me to pinpoint that particular part in Adobe Mixed Terms of Use for you, or haven't you gonna do it? Are you gonna go around to reading it yet? And if you mislead people into believing anything else than the truth, then I will leave Sketchfab Willie. Regards, Truebones. So, he's pointing out all the shit he's doing and says he's not doing it and says you don't understand. See, that's what I call Joe's fog of war. He's doing it, then he tells on himself that he's doing it to make you believe he's not doing it, but then he does it. The fog of war, the fog of Truebones. Then Bart comes back. Joe, I'm shutting this thread down. I have removed the names of the people that you were accusing after receiving concerns emails from them. And that was it, everybody. So, that's what happened way back in 2017. Since then, this buffoon has buffoon raged all over the internet, claiming that Joe's not a crook. But everybody knows we proved Joe was a crook many times over. I've proved Joe was a crook many times. I have videos upon videos proving Joe is a crook. And he just keeps on coming out here. He just keeps on talking, keeps on saying he's not a crook. And we did this to him. Nobody did nothing to him he didn't do to himself. He did this all himself. And he won't even take not 1 ounce of blame, saying why he's blackballed from all these sites. I should go through the Pollywig thread, which was Pollywig thread was totally hilarious because they really roasted Joe over there. They really got him. I mean, I tried to read that one day. I couldn't get through the whole thing. I had to make like a part 2 video on my other channel about that because it was so funny. Because the Joe gets mad when you tell him he has no talent, but Joe proves he has no talent because he has to steal everything. He can't even make videos. He has to go to other people and steal their videos to put on his channel. Truth. he has to get people like and most of these people can't animate. Most of these people can't animate. He gets some of the trashiest animators, Rotten Dynamics, and some other Rotten, what's the dude? Rotten something. He did this horrible rip on Mad Max. It was horrible. And Joe's like praising it. I hope Joe puts that video on his channel too, because that video sucked too. It's like Joe tries to go for the lowest of the low and then try to say, look at this stuff, it's great. And then you look at my stuff, it's like, well, ain't this better? I mean, the shit this man does, the garbage that this man puts out is totally hilarious. It's hilarious, everybody. It's funny, you know, and he doesn't understand that he is the official joke of 3D. If you're animating an iClone and you hear this name, Joe McPeek, you know you have to do nothing but laugh because this man thinks that what he does is totally legal. Something is wrong with him. And the thing is, it's that he's so hell-bent on getting revenge of something he did wrong to himself. He can't take it out on himself. He has to bring somebody else down with him, which is totally, to me, hilarious, you know, because all I'm doing is watching a grown 50-year-old man just self-explode on himself every day. Who else gets up early in the morning and makes videos like this, everybody? He has nothing else to do. He has nothing. Let's see. He's still on there playing his little music. And look, he's still waiting for those 10 viewers to show. See, he needs 10 viewers before a stream can start. I feel like, you know, that commercial where you hear that music and you see little dogs going, the dog abuse is on. That's how I feel right here. For just 10 viewers a day, you can help McPeek stream and make his channel grow. Nobody likes a person who do smut videos, Joe. Matter of fact, I think YouTube is going to start cracking down on the smut videos that you make, Joe. And the thing about it is, I thought Sally Peck was the one that took your video down the other day. It wasn't Sally, it was somebody else. But it's the same old thing, Joe. People are beginning to catch on to you, and people are really beginning not to like you. And when you do stuff like you did with that Sally Peck video the other day, they're gonna start taking your videos down. You know, I didn't take your video down; somebody else did. And they sent me an email he's talking to me right now because I'm looking at his. I mean, I'm not playing this video. I just got it on pause, and he's still. I mean, I'm not playing the man's video. I'm just here like reading this crap. But let me put this up so because Joe's whole thing is communication. He wants to communicate with me, and his whole. Let me get off this channel. Get back over here. His whole thing is that he wants to talk to me. Joe really wants to talk to me, and I mean he can talk about me, but Joe hasn't really talked to me, and he really wants to talk to me. I guess because I'm some celebrity to him or something. I guess I'm like his like his Jay-Z or something. He just I found a long time. Joe is nothing but a fan chaser. He becomes your fan and he chases you, and that's what this ordeal is about. It's about a disgruntled fan who I wrote off a long time ago because I just didn't like what he was doing, and then he comes back at me with this garbage. It's sad, and it's like I'm doing fine, I'm doing great. And it took me a while to finally figure him out. Like it took me like I guess the most of 2018, the better half of 2018 to actually understand what this buffoon was about before I was actually able to do something about him. But now that I have done something about him, he can't really do nothing to hurt me anymore as far as my YouTube channels go. And Joe did a pretty good job of messing my stuff up for a while. But I fixed it, and Joe knows to leave me alone now. Joe's whole thing is if he can't win the fight, he'll just sabotage you, take down your channels, go over to the forum boards, say some nasty stuff about you, and then lie about it to the forum administrator so they can get you taken down, get you kicked out. So I'm way past that now. I don't worry about Joe going behind my back and doing that stuff no more. And also like the main forum board that Joe wants me off of is the Real Illusion forum board. He really wants me off that forum board. And a while ago, like I said, I sent them some stuff from my lawyer to let them know if Joe contacts them again or anybody contacts them again, to give us a heads up so we can figure out what's going on. So since his plan didn't work to discredit me from the Real Illusion contest, to get me banned from Real Illusion. I guess you out there, huh? Nah, I'm in my room. I'm in my room with the door shut. Alright, I'll be out there in a sec. So I gotta go, people. Well, it was fun getting up here and doing this little talk with you all. And hopefully I'll be back this afternoon and do some more. But right now you can go over to Joe's channel and watch him play music for 3 or 4 hours and he can pretend he's someone. This is One Gun. Talk to you guys later. Please hit that like button. See you later, Charles and Kasif. See you guys later. And that's it for today. See you, folks.